Well, I'm back after a parts run here. Had to go down to Land Pro and get a fuel pump for my skid steer. Picked up this calendar. We used to have one of these. I wish the hell I still had it. My nephew has a 50. I really like that 60, but what can you do? This is what ticks me off though. Of all these stores this network has, 3 of them were within 50 miles of me. The closest one to me is probably within 5 miles, 6 miles at the most. And I don't even bother going there. Might as well say they're lawn and garden. They never stock anything for anything. And then I usually go to the one up here in Clymer, New York. Called them for this, and they didn't have one. They could have one for Friday. Well, I need to get it running today. So I called 5 Star, which is a John Deere construction equipment company. And like I say, they're within 5-6 miles of me. They didn't have one, but they could have one tomorrow. Well, it still doesn't do me much good. But then they tell me they're looking on the computer that this one in Stoneboro, the other one I normally go to, has one. So why didn't they tell me from their other store? Why didn't they tell me they had one down there in Stoneboro? That's, like I said, that one's, oh, it's less than 50 miles. So I just made that round trip for that. Hopefully this is the problem. Let me see, I'll find out when I get in there. I'll show you when I get there. Okay, this is what's going on today. I went to change the fuel filters in this. Got this is a water separator, and then there's an inline filter. Okay, it comes out of the tank, goes through that filter to this electric pump, pumps it up to this filter, through here back down to the injector pump. I haven't heard this thing clicking for a long time. Usually you turn the key, you hear this thing pumping, you let it pump a little bit, let it go through the heat cycle, turn the key and it runs. Well, I haven't heard that running, but starts fine. So I got thinking here the other day, well, maybe these filters are getting plugged up, causing a restriction, making this thing pump harder. And you know, I've had that before. These pumps sound like they get quieter if they get restricted. So I thought I'd change the fuel filters. So I changed the filters, and then what you do is you take this screw out, turn the key to the on position, and so this kicks on and pumps. And then it pumps the fuel around, it'll fill up the filter and push it out here. And I never had any problems, but I do believe this injector pump bleeds itself. I think you just leave the key pump for a few seconds, and it actually will bleed it through the injector pump on its own. Well, I put these all on, I turn the key, and nothing. So nothing's pumping through here. So now I'm screwed because I couldn't get the filters filled up or anything to get this running. So what I figured that pump must be bad. So that's why I just went running to Stoneboro to get that. Now you can see I got to change pipe fittings and stuff. Pull them out too, which ain't a big deal. But before I did all this, that's what I did. I hooked it up. I turned the key. Now it's pumping. So that's the problem. The pump was burned out. Which I'm kind of glad that is the problem. I mean, I hate to think I just spent $128 for that damn thing. So that's what I gotta do now. Where's my... So we gotta take these fuel lines off. And that one off. come on. Yeah, I suppose we're gonna cut that zip tie too. Yeah, let's see, them are gonna be what, 3/8. Up 7/16. Then again, being John Deere, they might be metric. Oh, Dodo, I hate this. Yeah, I guess so. My 11mm fits that pretty perfect. Yeah, I'm going to have two hands to do this. Okay, got it on. Ended up having to cut this hose off. I couldn't get that off these barbs. But there's plenty of hose here. Just cut it back. Got that one clamped on. That should be all set. If I have to change these lines again, I'm going to make this so this filter's sitting over here or something. It's too hard to get back in there. Normally I have to flip the cab up to get it, but I was able to get it this time without doing that. But I got it plugged in. Now, open up this bleed screw. And we turn the key until it starts pumping out fuel without any air. There it goes. That's good. I got fuel up to the pump, fuel up to here. The big question is going to be, did I pump the injector pump dry? So now we'll turn the key, let that pump. So I just don't know just how these are set up, but it does pump fuel through the fuel injector pump, and then it goes through the injectors, and there should be a line at the end. Any excess fuel or anything else goes back into the tank. So it should pump it around. Hopefully it's going to start, because I didn't plug this thing in. I had it running here once today. It ain't that cold, so it should run. So we'll see what it does. Probably gonna end up putting the battery dead too when I'm done. Okay, it's got a chance to start. It's puffing smoke out the exhaust. That's a good sign. It's making smoke at the exhaust. That means it's getting fuel and puffing. So give the starter a rest here and let that pump around here a little bit more. There she goes. Almost. That's a good sign. but she's running. Okay, I'm happy with that. So, that's a good thing. I was screwed if this didn't work. Because I'm doing this here on the feed alley. And I need this skid steer to mix feed. And it's right in front of the entrance door. So I can't pull the tractor mixer in here to feed cows. Won't be the first time. I've backed that mixer down the alley here before one time, 2 times maybe, because the same, well, I don't know what the problem was at the time. I couldn't get this started. So now I clean up my tools, throw that out. I gotta go fuel this thing up. It's getting down there. So, but yeah, this should be good to go. I think I got everything tight here now. Man, it's not one of these 5-minute jobs that turns into an all-day affair. So, it's the next project. I gotta get this track tightened up. I don't know why this one's so much looser than the other one. There should only be about 2 inches of sag in here. And I got probably 4 inches at least. You see, this track doesn't have quite as much. I doubt if I could get a bolt hole up on that. You see this side, I know I'm going to get probably at least 2. All I got to do is take like this bolt out, move it up another hole here. Yeah, that one still hasn't been moved yet. The hole here. So like I said, I probably got to move these at least 2 holes. And that'd be one of the next projects I got to do on this. This is what happens: is you run them too loose. Probably gonna show up here too well. They start getting a twist to them, and if you spin too much inside the track, that's what happens. You chew up the sidewall of the tire. And that's I don't think this is a current situation. I think that one's from before. These 2 were new tires this spring. These haven't chewed up yet. They're starting to a little bit. But that's the other thing too, going through all the mud and stuff I do, you get stones picked up in there and they hang up in here, and I mean, they're hard on tires. So tires do last longer, but they chew them up a little bit more. But I guess that's going to be it for this. I got that all taken care of. I'm just glad it started. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.